Hello everybody and welcome back on my channel. My name is Alex and today we're gonna make this exercise for beginners in SolidWorks. And we have here the drawing. Maybe I cannot find them, but I think we have some dimensions that are missing. For example, for this hole in the center, the small one, I couldn't find the diameter. So we're gonna adjust it. We're gonna take one. And for this shape here, for this cut, we can also see it right here. I couldn't find the depth, so we're gonna take it smaller than 20 but bigger than 8, so something around 15. And for this hole I think it will be bigger than 15 because it looks bigger than this one, and smaller than 25 because it looks smaller than 25, so it will be 20. Alright, now let's go ahead and start. This is how it's gonna look at the end. And first let's open a new SolidWorks document, select here part, press here OK. And now let's make this plain white and let's open a sketch in the top plane. Here we'll start with circle, so select circle, make 2 of them. With smart dimension let's define them first. First here will be 101 the diameter. And now the diameter for this one I said that we're gonna take it 20. Now go to features, use extruded boss base command. And here the thickness will be 60 millimeters. Press here OK. Now let's open a new sketch on this face, and here let's make the next sketch. We'll select center point arc, and we'll make one arc like this, and then we're gonna make another one like this, and then we'll select tangent arc, and we'll make here one, and on this other side another one. Select these points and select here make tangent. Alright, and now select this center point with this one and select here make vertical. And now let's do the same with this other one. Vertical. And now let's give a radius for this one, for the bigger one, and the radius will be 43 millimeters. And in between these two, here will be 22. Alright, and now go to features, use Extruded Cut. And here the depth for this is 8. Press OK. Alright, now we're gonna use hole wizard to make 3 holes here. We're gonna select this one, hole. Here is no standard provided on the drawing, so we're gonna use ISO. We'll select here top drills, and the size will be M12. It's going to be 3 holes. Here end condition will be blind, the depth will be 25. Make sure that this one is selected. Now go to positions, 3D sketch. And now to place the first one, go near this side, and then this center point should appear. Place it right there. For the next one, we're gonna do the same. For the third one, let's place it like this. For the third one, we'll have to make a few more constructions here. Select center point arc, and let's make here an arc. Let's see if we can... I think it's not in the... Oh, it's good. Select this arc and select here construction geometry. And now let's see if it's fixed. It's not looking like it's fixed, so let's try to give some dimensions to it. Let's give this radius, okay. For some reason it's not fixed, but I don't think that it's matter. And now let's select these 2 points and select here coincident. And now this is how we can place this hole. If you cannot place it like this, the next thing that you can do is use center lines. Select center line, make a center line, not like this. Make sure that your center line is starting from this edge right here to be on the same face with the hole you want to make. Make it horizontal like this. And then you can either make it fixed right here, and it's going to be fixed. You don't have to add any more relations to it. And then place this point in the middle of this center line, and it will be the same thing. Now press OK. And this is it. Now let's select this face and open another sketch. And here we'll select offset entities command, select these 3 arcs. And here the distance will be 1.5 millimeters. Press here OK. And now we're gonna select center point arc, and let's make here an arc. Just like this. Now let's give the radius for this arc. The radius will be 32 millimeters. And now with trim entities command, let's cut these extra parts. Now go to features and use Extruded Cut. And this is the depth that we don't have it on the drawing, or I couldn't find it, so we're gonna take it 15 millimeters. And press OK. Now the next thing, let's open a sketch on this face again. And here let's select circle and let's make a circle in this point. This circle have the diameter 15 millimeters. And for this one on the drawing, we also cannot see if it's through all this part or if it's only until this face. So we're gonna make it through all. Go to features, use Extruded Cut, and here instead of blind select through all and press OK. Alright, now the next thing, let's open a new sketch on this face and let's make the next sketch. Select line and let's start with a line like this, and here we'll make an arc like this and then a line back to this edge. Select this line with this edge and select here tangent. Do the same on this other side. Tangent, select this arc and this circle and select here convert entities command. With trim entities command, cut this extra part. And now let's make this point also tangent. Select this point with this one and select here make horizontal. And now it's smart dimension, let's give a radius here. And we can see on the drawing the diameter is 63, so the radius will be 31.5. Alright, and now on the drawing we can also see that from this edge to this circle is 101.5 millimeters. So let's go ahead and try to give a dimension from this point let's see, to this other point. So here will be 101.5 millimeters. If you cannot select these 2 points here, just go up here and select point and make sure to place them in these points, and then you'll be able to select them. Alright, now that we have this, let's go to features, use extruded boss base command. Here the thickness will be 20 millimeters. Make sure that it's going down, so select here, reverse the direction, press here OK. Alright, now we'll have to open a new sketch in the top plane, so select top plane, and here we're gonna make the next sketch. First, let's make here hidden lines visible. So go to this one, display style, and select from here hidden lines visible. We need to see this edge right here. We're gonna select line, and we're gonna make the next sketch. Select this point, make here tangent, coincident actually, sorry about that. Make sure that these two are vertical and this one is horizontal. Select these two lines and make them equal. And now with smart dimension, let's give a dimension for this line, and here will be 60 millimeters. We can see on the drawing that from this center point to this line right here is 115 millimeters. So 115. Now let's go ahead and select center point arc, and let's make here an arc. Right now this is almost finished. Select center line. Let's make here a center line, make it vertical and in the middle of this part. And now we're gonna select slot command, straight slot. Make one just like this, and then select this straight slot with this center line and select here mirror entities command. Now it's smart dimension, let's define this first from this line to this one. Here will be 5 millimeters. And then here will be 16. From this point to this other point, here will be 26. And then from this point to this line, here will be 22. Now the last thing that we have to do for this sketch is to add a sketch fillet. So go up here to sketch fillet. The radius will be 8 millimeters. We'll select this corner and this one. Press here OK, and one more time. And now this is finished. Go to features, use extruded boss base command. And here this thickness, we don't have it on the drawing, but we can find it out. Let me show you. We can see that here it was supposed to be, and we know the whole height for this is 60, here is 15 and 25. 25 plus 15 is 40, so 60 minus 40 is 20. This is how we can find this. And we're gonna go ahead and use 20. It's already 20, press OK. Now let's go to display style to change to shaded with edges. And now the next thing we'll have to do is to select this face again, and let's open a sketch. And here we'll select line, and we're gonna make the next sketch just like this, and select these two lines and make them equal. And now select this edge right here and select here convert entities command. Select trim entities command to cut these extra parts. Press here OK. And now it's smart dimension. Let's give a dimension for this line. We can see that we know that from this line to this one is 20, from this one to this one is 20. So this one should be also 20 because from this one to this one is 60. Now go to features, use extruded boss base command, and here instead of blind we can select up to surface, and we'll select this face, press here OK. Now let's apply a fillet for this edge right here, so go to fillet, the radius will be 25 millimeters. And we'll select this edge, press here OK. And now this one is finished. We need two more of them, of this, one here and one here. To do that, we'll go to linear pattern and we'll select circular pattern. Here the number of instances, we'll keep it 3, 180 degrees, equal spacing. Now for the direction, we're gonna select this round edge. For the features, we'll go to this arrow and we're gonna select all 3 of this. So the last 2 boss extruded with the last fillet. We can see here the preview, press here OK. And now this is looking good. Now the next thing that we'll have to do is to open a sketch in the front plane. So select front plane, open a new sketch. And here we're gonna make the next sketch, select line. We're gonna start with the sketch from this point. Gonna go up and like this. And back to this point. Now with smart dimension, let's give a dimension right here. Here will be the radius for this arc. So we know the diameter is 63, the radius is 31.5. Alright, now from this line to this one, here will be 43 millimeters. And we also don't have an outer diameter for this, so here we're gonna use 15 millimeters. Now go to features, use Revolved boss base command, and here as axis of revolution select this line, press OK. Or maybe we should have used 20, but we're gonna see in a minute when we're gonna make the next sketch. So let's select front plane again, open a new sketch. And here let's start with line. We're gonna make a line starting from this point, just like this. And now smart dimension, let's give some dimensions here. Here we have the diameter 45, so the radius will be 22.5. And here we have the radius 25, so the diameter will be 12.5. Now go to features, use Revolved Cut, and here as axis of revolution will be this line and press here OK. Now this is looking a little bit too thin here, so let's go ahead and change it from sketch 9 in my case. Let's make this one a little bit bigger, for example 18 maybe. Press here OK and exit the sketch. And now it's looking a lot better. Now the next thing we'll have to do, and the last one, is to add here a rib. To do that, we're gonna open a sketch in the front plane. So select front plane, open a new sketch. And here we're gonna have to make a line, so select line. For this to work, we should start with an horizontal line until this point, and then go with the line until this edge. And now let's try to select this edge with control pressed, select this point, and select here coincident. And now let's also give a dimension for this one. Let's make it 0.2. This should be enough for this line to be in touch with this body. So the rib is working. Go to features and use rib command. And here, as we can see, the arrow is going that way. It's not good. Select here flip material side. Now the arrow goes that way and it should be good. Here the thickness it's 10 millimeters. Select here this one and press here OK. Now this is looking good, and I think we made all the things that we had to. Now if you want to apply any material, go on the left to material, right click, edit material, and from here select steel, iron and all the others. Click on the material you want, select here apply and close. Now this was the tutorial for today. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. If you like it, please leave a like, subscribe and leave a comment with your opinion. Maybe you found on the drawing the dimensions that I couldn't, so let me know. Thank you and see you next time.